All right, just a couple days after he brought the house down with Rascal Flatts at Rexall Place, and you're laughing at that, but it's true, man. I mean, the people were crazy all night. It was an exciting show, but let's face it, Life is a Highway would not be the same if you weren't a part of it. So
hey,
how did it feel?
I think it was the Mark Messier jersey.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was a moment. I turned around and pointed to the Mark Messier name on the back of the jersey, and they went nuts. So it was, I'll tell you, the show was great. You know, it wasn't planned. I didn't plan to be there, but we were chatting before the show for about an hour and a half, and about all kinds of stuff, you know, from everything from fishing to families and stuff, and great guys. You know, it's really good to meet people that are that grounded with that much success. It's good to see, and we hit it off, and just a class organization. I went up to Ryan Smith's booth for the first half of the show, and then came down and watched the rest from the console with their manager, and then we headed down to the stage and went up there for it, and it was just it was a thrill being up there with those guys, and the audience was nuts, man. They were crazy, which is what I'd expect from an Edmonton audience, you know, and I mean that in a good sense. They were just fantastic, and yeah, I got chills. It was good.
And how good was it for us to hear? You know, the one thing that song is missing is the harp, you know. And you come out there and you're blasting in there, and you know, so you're out there, you're doing your thing, and you still got the moves too. I noticed that. I don't think we didn't see the legs moving around there. Just
well, the legs were moving a bit, and although I almost did a header off the stage because of that confetti.
Yeah,
that came down after.
The confetti, not the glow sticks, but the confetti.
And the confetti came down, and it's like this plastic stuff, and it was like being out on ice. So. Almost did a header off the stage. Probably would have been a pretty good show trick if I'd ended up on my head. Or I probably would have ended up. That's probably how the mosh pit got invented, in the rock side of things, folks. But it was great. You know, I'll tell you something. It makes me. You know, I think that they got a show tomorrow night. I'm going to be there for it. I think they're going to. I'll be dogging them now from now on.
Rascal Flatts groupie now.
Yeah. The stalker.
You've got your own show coming up as well. Winspear Center. Is that the 15th they're on? 12th. March 12th.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible show. I'm looking forward to it. Dala's opening up. Two girls that are just fantastic songwriters and singers. So make sure you get there early for them. And for those of you that have got tickets, and they wanted to put a second show on, but unfortunately we're going to be in Calgary the next night, and but we'll be back hopefully before long. This may be my last full-length tour as such, but I'm sure I'll be back to do festivals and things like that from time to time. But I like the way the Rascal Flatts guys do it. They go out on weekends. And they're home. They work weekends, and they're home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But it's going to be a lot of fun, this tour, and I'm really looking forward to it. And Edmonton is a highlight for me.
And my last question, I want to go back to those words. I like the way Rascal Flatts do it. We're in that era of music right now. Covers are the big thing. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of really bad ones. This version of Life is a Highway done by Rascal Flatts, honest opinion.
My honest opinion, I think it's a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Again, would have been a 10 out of 10 with the harp. I mean, I think Gary is like the country version of Pavarotti. You know, he's got incredible pipes. Didn't miss a note the other night. And the first time I've seen them, I've talked to them before. I talked to management before, but the first time I've seen them live, and I was expecting stuff to be sung to track and everything, because a lot of artists do that. And what you see is what you get with them, and I'll tell you, they deliver. And they deliver on the song. I told them I was surprised they didn't change some lyrics, or didn't request. They have to request from the writer if they want to change lyrics, and they didn't. They left the lyrics intact, and so that was hats off to them. It shows that they really respect the writer and respect where the songs are coming from. So no, I think it's a fabulous version.
Well, Tom, I think you deserve nothing but respect. Thank you so much.
Hey, pleasure's
great
mine.
to see you, and definitely check out that show if you can.
Here's to Messier and the Moose, the big Moose, and he's to me like Yzerman. He's one of those hockey players that was an incredible leader, and it was a credible time. Hopefully Ryan Smith and the boys will bring it home this year. I think they will, and we'll see what happens. But it's great being here.
There you go, boys. Don't worry about the fans, all right? Worry about Tom Cochrane.
Yeah,
don't do it for Tom. Don't bother doing anything, all right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm torn. You know, I love the Calgary guys in that as well. The Flames are great bunch of guys, but you know, this, because of what happened in the early '80s and being around, you know, those ties die hard. You know, and you know, I was around for those heydays. We seemed to be touring through here every second week, and especially around playoff time, with the Oilers, with Gretzky and Kevin Lowe, Messier and Coffee in particular. You know, we used to go out and have beers together and stuff. And those guys, they were like Wyatt Earp, you know, but really good for the community, good for people, and that's what's important. You know, I mean, success is one thing, but success without honor and success without, you know, dignity and compassion is nothing. And those guys kind of exemplified that, and they grew with the community and vice versa. It was a real symbiotic thing, special time in history. And I think they really established a way of acting and a way of being a hockey player with honor and a sports person with honor. And if you go through the States and you talk to people, man, that know, they go, yeah, hockey players, they're always so freaking down to earth, you know, compared to a lot of other sports people. So it's good to see. And those guys, you know, Messier and Gretzky and those guys, and Kevin Lowe and Paul Coffey, they helped establish that.
Definitely.
So it's an honor to be here for that.
You've also helped establish rock music and just music in general for Canada. So Tom Cochrane, again, thank you so much. It's an honor to talk to you.
I'll tell you, I might be doing the country thing from now on because, you know, my roots.
Come on over.
You know, and when I was 13 and 12, a big thrill for me was going to Nashville and going to the original Grand Ole Opry. And so there's always been an element of that in my work. So it's maybe no coincidence that Rascal Flatts covered Life's a Highway from that point of view as well, because I've always had an intense respect, and there's always been a real strong element of that in my work. I've never gotten off on this aloof kind of, you know, there seems to be that aloof mystique thing in rock that the country artists, you know, make that connection. And I've always tried to do that as a rock artist, and people don't always expect that from rock artists, but I don't give a damn. You know, I'm about community, I'm about people, and as a writer, you got to have that connection. I think country really exemplifies that.
I'll just throw this in really quick. I was actually a stage tech in Red Deer. You did a show at the Memorial Center once, and you actually made a point. You had a bunch of fans, and you actually said, you know, thank you to each and every one of us. And you know, it was just a huge Rush setup, but you're always a gentleman, and it's a great honor to see you still doing so well.
Thanks so much. I try not to forget every day that I'm very, very lucky and blessed to be able to do what I do. And so it's, you know, sometimes it gets hard, but it's not hard as being a steel worker, working on a rig, you know, and I try to remember that because I worked some of those jobs when I was starting out, you know, driving cab and crewing out on a boat and stuff like that. And so I know what real people go through to make a buck, and I have a lot of respect for that, you know, and you've got to have respect for that, I think, to in this world. That's the way I look at it, you know.
There you have it. Tom Cochrane, once again, the show, March 12th, Winspear Center. Get tickets if you can, and make sure you're down there. Tom, again, thank you so much for your time.
Looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Hey, my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.